Welcome to Secret Story. Dear friends, thank you very much for watching. Leave comments, put likes, share with friends and subscribe to the channel. Richie. Richie. I need you to do me a favor. It was my mother calling me. Okay mom, what you need? I wish my mom would call me by my full first name, or at least Rich. Dad does, why can't she? I can't leave to pick up your aunt at the airport. Do me a favor, take the company pickup and pick her up. Nope, not taking that piece of crap, I'll use my car. Can I have some gas money? Aunt Erica, I haven't seen her since I was 10. She left the Midwest to live in California when she married Uncle Kyle. I heard Mom and Dad talking about her divorce and whatnot. Seems Uncle Kyle couldn't keep his hands off the young starlets that came into his office. Aunt Erica was moving back home. Getting away from Hollywood. That's what she told my mom and dad. Here, take this. Mom handed me a 20 and a business envelope with E. Strom written in big letters. I'm sure she won't recognize you and you won't recognize her. Meet her at the baggage pickup, read the monitor, she is on flight number 5682. Call me if you need to. The drive to the airport was slightly over 30 minutes, less if I decided to push my Camaro a bit. The Camaro was a graduation gift from my parents. I've worked at Grandpa's John Deere implement store since I was 12. First I helped with the cleaning. Now I am the small engine repair honcho. I have one other high school kid who works for me. When I go to college this fall, he fill in and work over the winter. Come summer, I will be back fixing small engines again. That I took the airport exit off the expressway. 10 minutes later I parked in the short-term parking lot. Aunt Erica's flight would be landing in a few minutes, so I hurried to the baggage claim area. Another flight must have landed not long ago, the area was crowded. I sat down, I'm a people watcher when I have the opportunity. There were quite a few teenagers present, probably returning from a school trip. Some of the girls were kinda cute. The boys were acting like dorks as usual. I probably was the same when I was their age, not that I'm an old man at 18. There were some pretty looking older women there also. One in particular caught my attention, nice legs with a short skirt. I'm 6'3", I felt she was too short for me, maybe 5 foot at the most. Nice face and body though. Soon the area was clear of people. The monitor showed the carousel would be used again for flight 5682. I would just sit and wait for Aunt Erica. As people filed in, I held up my envelope with her name on it. People came and people left with their baggage, no Aunt Erica. I was almost ready to call my mom, when I saw this tall woman approaching. OMG, this couldn't be my aunt. If she was, my eyeballs were in for a nice treat. That I held up the envelope, hoping she would see it. She did, and a big smile erupted on her face. My mind raced as it took in the vision of her. Nice, and I mean nice long legs. Aunt Erica had a figure that most women would kill to attain. Down boy, this is your aunt, your mom's sister. Hands off, don't even think about it. Hi, you must be Rich. Hi, Aunt Erica. You're right, I'm Richard. She sat down next to me. The last time I saw you, you were so young. Now look at you, a handsome man, probably a lady killer with those looks. Thanks, Aunt Erica, but I don't think of myself that way. I'm just plain Richard. Please, I want you to drop the aunt. I'm not that much older than you. So, what should I call you? Richard? Rich? Richie? Rich or Richard is fine. Mom still calls me Richie, that will probably last forever. Can I retrieve your baggage for you? Aunt Erica stood up and I followed her to the carousel. I hung back a bit so I could check out her, which I shouldn't have done. I looked away. This was not the time or place or the right person to be thinking of that way. This is my mom's sister, my flesh and blood. Rich, Rich, I heard my aunt call loudly. That I shook my head, clearing the cobwebs. Sorry. The big blue one there is mine and so is the red one. She was pointing her finger, showing me which suitcases were hers. I hoisted them off the carousel and sat them upright on the tile floor. Aunt Erica took one and I took the other. Aunt Erica followed me as we headed to the parking lot. I opened the trunk lid with my remote. My car trunk was empty, so her bags had plenty of room. I closed the trunk lid and pressed the remote button, unlocking the doors. Being a nice gentleman, I held the door for my aunt. Once she was inside, I closed her door and entered through mine. Nice wheels, when did you get this? Mom and Dad gave this to me as a graduation present. I heard about how you work so hard at the store and still maintain high grades. Your mom and dad are very proud of you. Thanks, Aunt Erica, I try. Erica, she said, say it. Erica, I responded, kind of hesitantly. Say it again, she ordered. Erica. Again. Erica. See, it's not so hard to say. If you call me Aunt again, I won't answer, maybe I'll be pissed. Okay, okay. Erica it is. Good, and thank you. I started up the engine and we headed home. Just to be funny, I punched the accelerator as we entered the freeway. The powerful engine forcing Erica back into her seat. I saw her hand grasping the door armrest, her knuckles turning white. I glanced over and she had a slightly worried look on her face. Didn't make any difference, she was still beautiful. I slowed down and drove the speed limit the rest of the way home. I pulled into the driveway, neither of my parents' cars were there, they must still be at work. I unloaded the suitcases and took them into the house. Erica followed me in. I'll take your bags to the guest room. Mom said you'd be staying there. Thanks, Rich. Erica followed me as I took the first bag upstairs to her room. Erica stayed behind in the room when I went for the second bag. This bag was heavier than the first, I grunted as I lifted it up the stairs. When I walked into Erica's room I was surprised. I saw something I never expected. You don't mind if I take a shower, do you? I stood there staring, my mouth hung open. Erica smiled, like she knew what I was thinking. I'm probably a little more uninhibited than your parents. Being a Cali girl now. I hope you don't mind. Mind, most guys would have paid good money to see what I seeing. Ah, I don't, I said with a stutter. Good, she replied. Erica walked away and into her ensuite bath. The image of her burned into my brain as she closed her bathroom door. I shook my head, trying to clear the fog. I had to get out of this room and fast. Mom came home first. She pulled her car into the garage. I heard the door open. Erica, Richie, she called. That I walked into the kitchen and gave my mom a peck on the cheek. We both heard Erica, be right down. I haven't seen your aunt since before her wedding. Did you recognize her? Nope, I had no clue. I'm glad you made that envelope with her name. She didn't recognize me either. Well, she is here now. Your father is stopping to pick up fried chicken for dinner. I don't have time to fix a meal now, today has been so busy at the store. Guess what, Dad sold one of those new tractors that costs over $250,000. We will be going out Saturday night to celebrate. Don't let on that I told you. I won't. Wow, that's a real coup. Wouldn't it be nice if he could sell another this year? Well, you remember Mr. Traxler, the man who owns that huge farm south of town? The farmer who grows radishes and other veggies. He seems very interested, here's hoping. His fields have been kind of wet and he needs treads on all his tractors. He told Dad that he will be in to see him next week. If one works out for him, he will be buying 3 more. I heard Erica coming down the stairs. She came into the kitchen. She was dressed rather conservatively in a blouse and jeans. She still looked good. Mom and Erica cried as they hugged each other. They had a lot of lost time to make up for. You look good, Mom said. Kyle is a fool. Along with being a two-timing cheating asshole, Erica retorted. But this isn't about him. I've missed being back here. This is home to me. I left the kitchen and retreated to the family room. The gabbing and laughing that was going on in the kitchen was drowned out by the TV. I knew when Dad came home. More laughing and screaming. They all were in a good mood, including me. Having Erica here with us was going to be fun. I could see my mom was very happy. Richie, come and get it. It was time to eat. 4 weeks later the store was busier than ever. Mom convinced Grandpa and Dad that she needed more help in the store. She hired and trained Erica to be her assistant and backup. Dad jokingly said, I need to train her in sales, more farmers are coming into the store since she started working here. I know, I replied. I've had a big increase in my area too. I hardly had any oil changes or mower blades to be sharpened before she arrived, now I'm swamped. I might have to hire a high schooler just for that. You two stop it. She is a good worker, always has been. It's nice that I can work less now, besides you guys like those home-cooked meals for dinner. Mom was right as usual, the month of August was turning out to be a hot one. I was using our pool every night. Mom and Dad left one Friday night with Grandma and Grandpa. There was a farm equipment show that they wanted to attend. That left Erica and I alone at work and at home. Saturday was especially hot, the temperature topped 50 that day. That evening I was in the pool when Erica came out of the house. Erica sat down in the lounge chair and was reading a magazine. I dove into the water and did some laps. I heard a splash. Erica had dove in also. Water feels good, doesn't it? I stated. We should do this every evening. Sure does, Erica said as she swam away. That I watched as she did laps. She was an excellent swimmer. After a few laps she swam over to me. We stayed up to our necks in the water. Do you want to race? She asked me. Why not, you wish, 10 laps, okay. And that's a bet, if I lose, up to you. What if I lose? I asked. We'll see, was all she said. That we lined up at the pool end. I said, on 3, we go. 1, 2, 3. It was a race. Erica was a fast swimmer. I stayed with her until the 9th lap, when she started to pull away. She beat me by half the length of the pool. Without any effort she climbed out over the edge of the pool and walked back to her lounge chair. I watched as she toweled off and sat down. She picked her magazine up and started to read. I moved so I could get a better view. That I was greeted with a fantastic view of her. God bless whoever designed the. I gained a lot of knowledge from the school. I was a freshman and she was a senior. My sophomore year, I experienced. I liked and did it many times. Soon I had a reputation to uphold. To my chagrin, Erica raised her magazine and looked me right in the eyes. I averted my eyes and dove under the water. I didn't see her laughing as I swam away. I continued to swim underwater until felt a tug on my leg. Erica had a good hold on my ankle. She stood up, dunking me under the water. I didn't have time to catch my breath and I fought to stand up. She let go of my ankle and I broke the surface, taking in a deep breath. Erica was laughing as I spit out pool water. You trying to drown me? I muttered. I caught you looking at my. Did you get a good look? My face turned red from embarrassment. That was the moment when she stood up. I stared as usual for an 18-year-old guy. I beat you fair and square when we raced. Now I want my reward. I guess I didn't move fast enough for her. Richard. Do you mind? I didn't say anything. I see she maneuvered us to the edge of the pool. Thankfully we live out in the country and are surrounded by trees. I wouldn't want any neighbors to see me with my aunt's Erica. Shush, you owe me. Give me my reward now. You owe me. Which I did gladly. It took me a few minutes. Where did you learn to that? That is just the way I like it. You know. Erica stood up, picked up her thing and walked toward the house. I dove into the pool. I toweled off, picked up her towel and walked to the house. Erica was standing in the kitchen. Are you hungry? I didn't hesitate, I turned her around, and chased her up the stairs. Erica headed straight for my bedroom. I didn't care, I wanted some more of what Take It Easy, it's been over a year. I didn't say a word, it wasn't time to talk. That was all the encouragement that I needed. Now it was my turn. Later Erica got up and went into the bathroom. I heard her flush the toilet, then wash her hands. Nephew. Tell me, how did you learn to you do? There has to be a story here and I want to know it. Are you sure? It may be boring to you. Honey, I wouldn't have asked if I didn't want to know. When I was 16 I saw an ad for a leadership camp in Colorado. I read up on it and I thought I would like to go there. Mom and Dad were a little hesitant, but Grandpa thought it was a great idea. Consequently I was able to go. The first camp session was for boys only and the second session was for girls only. That I arrived there on June 15th for 30 days of camp. There were tons of activities for everyone. During the evening meals, a camp counselor would give a short spiel on an activity they were responsible for. Well, there was this one lady, Mrs. Turner, who taught fishing. She told us about what we would learn if we took her class. She was very looking and a few of the boys signed up immediately. I didn't, but later that night I thought of Mrs. Turner. I signed up the next day. The class was for half a day and I was scheduled for an afternoon class in 2 days. That I met Mrs. Turner right after lunch, on my appointed day, and we headed out in her Kawasaki mule. The trout stream was about 2 miles away. It was fun bouncing along on the trail. Mrs. Turner kept looking over at me and smiling. Now remember, I'm 16, Mrs. Turner had to be at least 40. I don't know why that I smiled back. Soon we were at the trout stream. Mrs. Turner was all business now, teaching me how to use a rod. Of course we did catch and release any fish we caught. After about an hour of intensive training, we heard a four-wheeler coming. That's Mr. Anderson, he comes by to check on us. He sees that we are okay so he won't be back until tomorrow. After he left, Mrs. Turner was a different person. She relaxed and joked around. I noticed that she was touching me more. A few times she let her hand rest on my forearm, longer than what would be considered appropriate. I had the distinct feeling she was flirting, so I flirted back. Mrs. Turner kept moving closer to me as she showed me casting tricks. She pulled away. What did you just do? I kissed you because I wanted to. I can get in trouble for that. I don't think you should do that again. Let's go back to the mule. She said that I thought I was trouble now. We walked back and leaned our rods against the vehicle. Mrs. Turner opened a gym bag and took out some towels. These are in case someone falls down and gets wet, she said. Come with me. I followed her as she walked upriver away from the mule. Soon we were hidden from view. She placed the towels on the ground and sat down on one. Mrs. Turner patted the other towel. She wanted me to sit next to her. Do you want to learn how? She asked me. Of course I said, yes, that I did as I was told. You're catching on fast, she said. Keep it up. I liked hearing her say that. It made me work harder. Later on as I lay in my bed, I thought about what had happened earlier. Maybe that is why my dad is such a happy guy. Mrs. Turner and I had another lesson the next day. That was the end of my fly casting lessons, but not the end of with Mrs. Turner. I sneaked out at night and met her at her cabin. It was a sad night the last time we. I promised her I would try to come back next year. She smiled. That would be nice, I'll be looking for you. It didn't work out and I wasn't able to return the next year, but I never forgot about Mrs. Turner or what she taught me. That was not a boring story, Erica said a few strokes later. I was ready to again. I woke up. The sunshine flooding my bedroom. I looked to my side and saw Erica. I tiptoed off to the bathroom. Erica and I spent the next hour having again. How about a break and let's eat some breakfast, I said. I don't think I can keep this up without some food and drink. Erica headed downstairs to the kitchen. I sat at the table and looked at Erica. I couldn't believe my luck, she was the best aunt any nephew could ask for. I watched her as she cooked us breakfast. I had to agree with my mother, Kyle was a fool. I was starting to recover as a plate full of food was set before me. Erica sat across from me and we watched each other eat. There were quite a few smiles exchanged between us. I think we both were thinking of the same thing. Ready to again? She asked. Couldn't have said it better, I replied. An hour later I got up and went into the bathroom. Erica and I cleaned up my bedroom and aired it out. With fresh washed sheets it smelled like fabric softener again. I went downstairs and cleaned up the love seat. After a light lunch, Erica wanted to go swimming again. I figured my parents would be coming home soon and I agreed. Erica brought different for me to look at. She wanted me to pick out one that I thought my mom would approve of. I picked out a nice one that wasn't over the line conservative. We swam a few laps and horsed around in the pool. The day was hot and the pool was refreshing. We were relaxing in the custom-built cabana when my parents came home. They came out to the pool to see us. Erica waved to them, inviting them to come over to us. You two look refreshed, my mom said. Did you have fun this weekend? Erica answered before I could. It was a great weekend. We both busted our butts at the store Saturday and then we relaxed in the pool. Between TV, eating and sleeping, it's been a fun time. Why don't you and Dean into and join us here? Sounds like a good plan, my dad replied. Come on Abby, let's go. Erica jumped up. Dean, you go up and change, Abby you come with me. I stayed in the cabana and waited. Dad came back first and dove in the deep end of the pool. He swam over to where I was sitting. Come on in son, I'll race you a few laps while we wait for your mother. You're on, I quipped. I knew I could beat my dad. I dove in, 5 laps. Okay, we lined up and took off. Dad kept up with me until the last lap, then he pulled ahead of me. I couldn't let him beat me, so I dug deep. I caught up with him, but we both slapped the wall at the same time. We had tied. I need to rest, Dad panted. That he got out of the pool and sat in the cabana. I lay back and floated, looking at the bright blue sky. I was daydreaming when I heard a wolf whistle. I looked up and saw my mom and Erica walking towards the pool. Mom was looking damn good for a 40-year-old woman. Erica is 29, but Mom didn't look much older than her. Dad was standing up staring at Mom. I'm pretty sure he liked what he was looking at. Let me see what a beautiful wife I have. We watched as my parents played with each other, splashing and dunking themselves. I had never seen them so happy and playful. They were having fun. The afternoon wore on as we all enjoyed each other's company. Mom was up on Dad's shoulders and Erica on mine as we played chicken fight. Mom knocked Erica for a loop and we lost the first game. The second game went more my way when Erica was able to pull Mom off Dad's shoulders. The third game was all-out war. My dad was laughing so hard he had a hard time standing up. Mom made a last-ditch effort to dump Erica off my shoulders. Mom made a grab at Erica and the two of them fell in the water. Come on ladies, what do we have? My dad was egging them on. Won't bother me, Erica said as she stood up. Yeah, Abby, don't be a chicken. Mom started to stand up, then sunk back down into the water. Ricky's here, I don't want to be in front of our son. Now you are embarrassed. Mom looked at me, looked at Dad, then looked at Erica. Mom slowly stood up. The two sisters stood next to each other. It was easy for Dad and I to compare. Mom won hands down, Aunt Erica was one pretty lady, but my mom was the winner between the two. Now the ladies started playing together. Splashing each other. I moved over by Dad and we watched them together. Crazy sisters, aren't they? Dad asked me. I've never seen your mom have so much fun. I think Erica is a good influence on her. I think Erica is good for her. She has been happier since she started working for Mom. Mom was working way too hard. You knew it, and Grandpa and Grandma knew it. Mom is the best, for you and for me. I swam over to Erica and hid behind her. She turned and whispered, I can't blame you. For you, not my mom, I lied. That may be, she whispered. Admit it. I looked away. This conversation was going where I would never want a conversation to go. I'm going up to the house, I announced loudly. I walked over to the stairs and left the pool. Mom, Dad, and Erica exited the pool and walked towards the house. I'll make dinner, Erica said. You two take your time getting ready. It will take me a while. Mom and Dad closed their bedroom door. I headed upstairs, for once glad that the master suite was on the first floor. Erica was right behind me. She followed me into my room. 3 minutes later I took a quick shower, dressed and went downstairs. I heard muffled sounds coming from my parents' room. The sounds were unmistakable. Erica came downstairs and stood next to me listening that I was headed for the kitchen when I heard my father. I knew that sound. I sat at the kitchen table and watched Erica cook dinner. The summer drew to an end. The college I attended was located close by, only 50 miles away. I came home every other weekend with a basket full of laundry. Sundays became a ritual for Erica and I. Mom and Dad would leave around 8:30 in the morning for church. This is how it went my freshman year that I worked the summer at the dealership again. Dad moved me from small engine repair to being a diesel mechanic assistant. Basically I was a gopher, go for this, go for that. I figured my dad was prepping me to take over the business someday. Then my sophomore year was pretty much a repeat of my freshman year. Erica and I spent our Sunday mornings. There was an unspoken rule between us. I didn't want another woman and she didn't want another man. It was the summer between my junior and senior years that I overheard Erica in a very serious conversation with my mom. Erica was now 31 and she was concerned about her biological clock running out. Mom scoffed at that idea. It was then that the truth came out. Erica wanted to have a child. They talked for a while. At one point Erica said, "No, I don't want a husband. I'm happy without one." Senior year was easy for me. I had completed my degree requirements during the fall semester. I could have graduated mid-year, but Mom and Dad wanted me to graduate with my class. I came home for spring break. On the first Sunday morning I expected Erica. She came into my room all right, but she wanted to talk. "I have something to ask you, but first let me tell you about what has been on my mind the past 2 years." Erica went on to tell me how she wanted a baby. We talked about the effect a baby may have on her work. Erica had sensible answer for each problem I could think of. I came to the conclusion that Erica had spent a lot of time and forethought on the baby subject. When she was done talking, "That's why I want you to be the father of my baby. I don't want some anonymous donor. I want to know all about my baby's father. There is no better man on this planet than you. Will you please consider it?" I was taken back by her request. "Never had I thought before I answer. I want you to answer a few questions of mine. Will my name be on the baby's birth certificate? Will I have a say in picking the baby's name? And the biggest question of all. How involved will you let me be with the baby? If you want your name on the birth certificate, okay, I'll just hide it away from your parents. You and I will pick the baby names together. I don't have any favorites. You can be as involved with the baby as you allow yourself to be. I'm hoping you will be very involved. I love you, Richard. I've shown that love to you for years now. I know, Erica, I love you too. There hasn't been another woman in my life since I picked you up at the airport. That is my answer to your question. Yes, I'll be your baby's daddy. Erica screamed with delight right now. I went into the bathroom. I brushed my teeth and returned to my bedroom. Erica was she had been when I left her. How long are you going to stay like that? I asked her. I'm done, she said. I suppose I better get up. Abby and Dean will be home soon. I'm ready, let's go. Erica and I were sitting and watching a DVD when my parents came home. Mom wanted to go out for dinner and Dad agreed. Erica fixed a light lunch of salad and fruit. That would have to do until the evening. Mom and Erica talked most of the afternoon away. Dad and I finished a movie. While I finished a movie, Dad fell asleep. Spring break was over and I returned to school. I came home twice before graduation. Erica wasn't pregnant yet. We tried every chance we got that I was home. About a month after graduation, when Erica pulled me aside at the store. I think she whispered excitedly. I smiled a big smile. The rest of the day dragged for me. I'm sure it dragged for Erica also. Mom had dinner ready when we came home. After dinner Erica wanted to go shopping. She asked me if I would take her to the mall. I told her sure and we left. Erica didn't shut up for a second on our way to the mall. She was yakking away about the future of our baby. Of how her and I would be the best parents any child could wish for. The part about me being included made me very happy. Erica would make a good mom and I wanted to be a good dad. Erica spent the evening going to every store that had maternity clothes. Then we had to visit the baby furniture store. I said to Erica, I better sell a couple of those expensive tractors to buy all this stuff. No silly, I've been saving my money and I have quite a nice nest egg for our baby. Now let's go home and the test. I practically had Erica running back to the car. Mom and Dad called it a night not long after we returned home. Erica and I took care of a few personal chores we each had. At 10:30 Erica came into my bedroom with her pregnancy test kit. We went into my bathroom. We both looked away as we waited. This was the longest 3 minutes of my life. Erica looked at me. Ready to look? On 3. 1, 2, 3. We turned and faced each other. I mouthed, I love you. Erica responded with a whispered, I love you too. Then we both looked at the window of the pregnancy stick. There was a big plus sign. We were both so happy. We were extra quiet because my parents were downstairs. The next 2 months were very busy for Erica. She told my mom and dad about her being pregnant. They had already noticed because she would rush into that bathroom and heave her guts. Mom was like a helicopter mother, watching over Erica. They had good times shopping. Erica would always show me the new maternity outfits she had bought. Erica was 5 months along. We were both sitting on the couch watching a movie. Mom came into the family room and sat down in the love seat. Dad was a minute behind her and sat down next to her. They both sat there and looked at Erica and me. What? I asked. I could see they wanted to talk. Well, now that you should ask, Dad began. What's going on between you two? It's very obvious to Mom and I that you two have some kind of relationship established. You two have been pretty cozy since Erica moved back here from California. But now that she is pregnant, you two are almost acting like you're married. What's up? Mom was more direct, you are the father of her baby. I just know it and I'm right. Right? Yes he is, it was Erica who responded. I asked him and after much discussion he said he would be honored to be my baby's daddy. It didn't take him long. Mom and Dad both sat there for a few seconds. They weren't angry and that was a good sign. Mom spoke up first, I think she was trying to be funny. Erica burst out laughing. I could read my mom, she was okay with it. Dad I wasn't sure about. Mom started telling Erica how the two of them would be working on setting up a nursery. I looked at Dad and he tilted his head, like, let's get out of here. He stood up and I followed him outside. He sat on the porch swing and patted the seat next to him. I sat down. I'm not pissed or anything about you and Erica. I know it's none of my business, but how involved are you two? Very involved, Dad. I love her as a woman. We also planned on telling you and Mom, we just didn't know when. Are you going to tell Grandma and Grandpa? I think you should since they would like to know. Our family has been reduced to just us four along with my folks. That's 6 people, we will keep this under wraps and no one will be the wiser. Erica knows how to answer the nosy ones who pry. Now, let's go back in and join them. I thought, my dad is pretty cool. I said, thanks Dad for being so understanding. You and Mom are the best. I love you both. Back in the house we heard the women upstairs. I walked up the stairs to see what was going on. Dad must have gone into the den to read. Mom and Erica were in what I called the guest bedroom. That is where Erica has been staying since she came here. Our house was custom designed by Mom with the help of an architect. Downstairs Mom and Dad have a master suite. Upstairs we have 2 junior suites and 1 bedroom with an ensuite bath. The bedroom is mine. I walked toward the guest bedroom but stopped short when I heard Mom say, Rich can move in with you tonight. It makes no sense that you and he stay alone in separate bedrooms. And don't worry, a bomb could go off up here and Dean and I would never hear it. So, Mom and Erica had my life all planned out already. The next Sunday, Mom put on a big feed for the family. Grandma and Grandpa were there. Erica could still wear a loose blouse. When it was time I told Grandma and Grandpa about Erica and our baby. Grandpa was totally clueless, but Grandma said, I knew it all along. Don't you two think you pulled the wool over my eyes? 2 months after you landed back here I could see the love passing back and forth between you. Congratulations on being pregnant. You two will be good parents and I love you both. Wilbur, don't you have something to say? Grandpa said, congratulations, now Grandma and I have something to say. We have been keeping this on the back burner until you graduated college. Now it is time to let the family know what we are up to. Do you want to tell them or should I, Grandma? You tell them, Grandpa. Well. You know Grandma and I have been pretty much tied to this area with the farm and then the dealership. Things have been going real well for us. We put a bunch of cash away and we think it is time to start spending it. As of right now, we are retired. We bought as motor coach and we will be bumming from state to state in it. The only state we can't drive to is Hawaii and we plan on taking a cruise there. Robbie Jackson has drawn up all the papers to transfer all our properties to you and Abby. Of course you don't get it all for free, there is a monthly stipend that Grandma and I get. We can't live on love, you know. And we get to live in our house until we're gone. Dean, you just move on up and take my job. Richie, you take over from your dad. I have the greatest confidence that you two will take the business to new heights. Did I say it right, Grandma? Couldn't have said it better myself. I couldn't believe what I had just heard. My life was sure turning out great. I grabbed Erica. We are the luckiest people on the planet, baby. The luckiest. Abby Dean Wilcox was born March 23rd. She weighed in at 8 pounds, 10 ounces. Mother and daughter are doing fine. Abby D. Wilcox is 9 months old. Her mama and daddy are expecting David Richard Wilcox to be born in early February. So ends the story of Aunt Erica and her nephew Richard. I like to daydream that they lived happily ever after. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved. No part of this story can be reproduced in any form or by any electronic or mechanical means without written permission from the author. All characters are fictitious, and any similarity to actual people, living or dead, events, or locales is entirely coincidental unless otherwise stated. Dear friends, thank you very much for watching. Leave comments, put likes, share with friends and subscribe to the channel.